Hello again. Our November concert is entitled Brotherhood. And this is a program about music as resistance to authority. Throughout history, music has been used as an effective form of resistance. This became most noticeable starting in the early 19th century, when art in general, and music specifically, became a force for national identity and resistance to occupation. I think there's no better starting point to this movement than Ludwig van Beethoven. And when Beethoven wrote his Third Symphony, he initially dedicated it to his personal hero, somebody who he thought was the future of progress in Europe, Napoleon Bonaparte. And shortly thereafter, Napoleon decided to invade Austria in his home city of Vienna, and Beethoven suddenly had a change of heart. And he went home and took his manuscript to his Third Symphony and violently scribbled out the dedication to Napoleon. And he changed it to a dedication to Eroica, to a fictitious hero. Composers started to use their music to symbolize their own national struggles. Chopin in Poland, Smetana in the Czech Republic, Sibelius in Finland. These all became rallying points for cultural identity and political independence. Beginning in the 20th century, authoritarian regimes started to catch on to the power of music, and they started to use music as a means of maintaining power. One way was through censorship, with silencing voices of dissent within the arts. They also used music to promote their own regimes by producing works of propaganda to help them maintain power. The two most famous examples, of course, are Nazi Germany, and especially their censorship of Jewish composers, and the Soviet Union, which is best exemplified through the struggle between Joseph Stalin and the composers Prokofiev and Shostakovich. Whether it was the civil rights movement or anti-war protests, music remained a large part of struggle and identity throughout the 20th century. It all came back to Beethoven again, when in 1989, Leonard Bernstein decided there was no better way to mark the fall of the Berlin Wall than to perform Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in front of it on Christmas Day. This program explores three composers, Arvo Pärt, Dmitri Shostakovich, and Frédéric Chopin, and their own personal struggle through music for resistance. Thank you. I hope to see you at our upcoming concert, and I will have more about these composers in our following episodes.